Hello there viewers, and welcome back to another video today here on Gran Turismo Sport. So today we are racing in round 3 of the Club 100 GT series, and we are racing in the Mazda MX-5 touring cars around Hash Brown Raceway. And if anyone thinks that isn't the name of the track, then you are incorrect. Now, first up, before I show you the highlights of this round, I'm going to first of all show you highlights of a race which I did a few months ago, which will prove to you that oval racing is not as easy as it seems. Okay, so here we are then at Special Stage Route X for an FIA race, which some of you may remember. Super GT made a really good video on this race, a very meme-filled video, very entertaining to watch. If you haven't already watched it, check it out below, link down in the description. So, as we prepare to get the race underway here, reason why I'm showing you this is kind of to show you, well, A, like I said, how difficult oval racing can actually be, but also B, tactics. There are very much tactics to oval racing, certainly in GT Sport. So I'm just going to run you through basically the tactics that I use for oval racing in Gran Turismo. So basically, from what I have found, getting to the front at the start is very beneficial. Reason for this is, well, there's two main reasons. First of all, it means that you avoid any pile-ups, any crashes, any sort of the big ones. And second of all, it means that, well, if you work together with the people who are at the front, you can actually work together as a team and pretty much stop anybody from coming past. So if 3 or 4 of you team up together at the front of the pack, what you can basically do is you can bump draft each other along, you can push each other along, and yeah, pretty much stop anyone from coming past. Reason being that if someone does want to come past, they've got to get an almighty big run on you to be able to get past 3 or 4 of you. 1 or 2 of you they'll be able to get past, no problem. But to get past 3 or 4, they're going to have such a speed boost compared to you. They're going to have to be carrying so much more momentum, because as soon as they pull out of the slipstream of whoever they're getting a slipstream off of, as soon as they pull out of that, they're going to hit a wall of air, slow down, and they basically won't be able to get past you. So as you can see here, we're gaining on the guys in front. Started in P8. We've already reeled into the leaders, and I'm making a beeline for the front. I want to be at the front here. Me and the legend himself, Wi-Fi Password, we are very much working together. We were talking after qualifying, we were like saying about helping each other. I was pushing him along in qualifying, and yeah, straight away making a beeline for the front, try and form that pack. So you've got myself, you've got Wi-Fi Password, you've got this Brit on the right, and you've got the Italian, the Siciliano Piepi guy, or Piep, whatever he's called. That you'll see in a second. We very much work together. Now, the problem with oval racing, when it gets really sketchy, is going through the corners. So as you can see here, we very much got split up going through that corner. We went about 3, 4, 5 abreast at one point there, and that is because, well, basically when you get to the corners, it becomes very, very difficult to bump draft people. It becomes very difficult to push people along and basically not take them out and not spin out yourself. So skipping ahead now to the end of the straight, and well, basically down the whole of this back straight, Wi-Fi Password, myself, the Spaniard who's right behind, and the Brit and the Italian who I mentioned have worked together. We've pushed each other all the way down the straight. But have a look now at the radar as we go through the final corner, as we go through turn 2. Well, we very much do get split up, and it gets very, very sketchy. We're 4 abreast at this moment in time. There are cars all over the place, no teamwork whatsoever, and it becomes very, very difficult basically to bump draft somewhere around here, or any oval circuit, to be honest, because of the way you get split up through the corners. You get, whoa, look at that radar. There's some people who have just died on that radar. Some people further back just got shoved into the wall, and yeah, this is what I mean. It becomes very, very sketchy. You don't want to be taking people out through the corners, and keeping right behind someone, like I said, becomes very, very difficult. As we approach the final corner then, on the last lap, again, going down this back straight, I'm in P2, this time though, pushing the Italian along, and I've also got a Mr. Ferrari behind me, giving me a boost. Quite a coincidental name, considering that we're all in Ferrari 458s, but anyway, approaching this final corner, it's going to get very, very sketchy and very desperate. So this is what you get with oval racing. On the last lap or so, everyone goes all for themselves. Teamwork goes out the window. The people you've just been bump drafting along, you stump all over them as the guy, Mr. Ferrari, pulls out way too soon, hits a wall of air and falls straight back. goes right back behind me, and well, you can see him sideways on the radar there. He sinks back down the pack. He came out way too soon out of the slipstream and got swamped as ERM Antonio comes flying past us on the left on a run to the line. He's now fighting wheel to wheel with the Italian, putting the Italian into the wall and across the line. ERM Antonio takes the victory with myself in third place. To be honest, I could have maybe won that race then had I pulled out to the right sooner out of the slipstream of Antonio, because I ended up giving him a bump draft across the line. But yes, that is proof of how dangerous and how sketchy oval racing can be. As you saw, that Mr. Ferrari finished 7th in the end as he pulled out too soon and he ended up getting tagged and pretty much, well, not spun out, but yeah, certainly fell back down the order. And you can see only 13 people ended up in the lead pack. Only 13 people did. The other 7 all got fully spat out of the pack, fully crashed out. So yeah, we're going to take lessons from this race into round 3 of Club 100. First of all, we of course have qualifying. So coming to the end of this qualifying session here, we're down in 10th place. Haven't really got a proper good lap together yet. Not really had a proper slipstream run. First of all, apologies for the poor picture quality. My Elgato was playing up and I basically couldn't use it and had to directly live stream the footage from my PS4, so that's why it's in quite a poor picture quality. But anyway, we are in the slipstream of Sam Demolo, the organiser. We're in his slipstream here, taking a decent turn 1, although not too great. You want to be taking the high line through the first corner, because although you lose time initially, you get such a speed boost then going down that back straight. It is very, very much the line to take. So coming into this final corner then, where can we qualify? Can we improve on our P10? And well, obviously we can. There's a reason why I'm showing you this lap, but where can we improve to? As we approach the finish line, there is carnage in front and we jump up only 1 position, to be fair, which is a bit disappointing, starting 9th. So my saying of get to the front as early as possible is going to be put to the test here. We're going to have to try and elbow our way to the front, try and get into the top 3 or top 4 ideally, and hopefully team up with some people to keep ourselves at the front. Before we get to the race start though, first of all, just want to show you a little bit of a pre-race shenanigans. So we had to abort the first start basically. We had technical issues, and whilst we were waiting for Ryan to manually set the grid for the race, this unfolded. So we've just gone headfirst into the championship leader Nathan. We've got Super GT trying to kill the organiser. You've got myself doing quite a nice 2.5 point turn on the oval banking. You've got Callum Burrell going for a very, very good shot at myself, drifting into me. We've got Super GT now going for the kill. A very heavy side blow that was from Steve. And now we've got Nathan smashing into me as well. And another car crashing into me. Don't know who that was. We're trying to get going basically, and we're pretty much stuck on the banking. I don't know if anyone's ever tried getting going when they're on a banking like this, on a steep banking, but it's very difficult to do. It is very difficult. Your car just wants to go like sideways and wheel spin. So finally we managed to get going here, driving now the wrong way around the circuit. Is there anyone coming head on who we can aim for? No, there's not. So instead we're going to go for the organiser for what is, to be honest, quite an easy kill. As we destroy Sam there, push him further into the wall. Now driving the quick way around the circuit again. I can see a big pack of cars still around this corner. Can we kill anybody? Yes, we can. We can hit Martin, we can hit Steve, and we can hit Callum all in one blow in what can only be described as one of the greatest shots of all time, in my opinion, in any game. As we murder 3 people in one go. But anyway, I digress. We move on to the race as we're starting from 9th place, remember, on the grid. And waiting for the carnage, the inevitable carnage, to unfold. So we're sitting here, we're going to put the traction control onto 1, and there's 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights, and away we go. So getting a decent start. Our teammate Trev, I think, forgot to put traction control on because he sunk like a sack of spuds at the start of the race. As you can see, I'm already catching him up, having started 4 places behind him. Get a bit of a whack there from race stream Rob. I'm not quite sure he realised I was there. May not have had his radar on at that point. But coming into this first corner, already made up 2 places, which is not bad. Already made up 2 places, although now that's only become 1 place as our teammate does us round the outside. So like I was saying earlier, the high line around turn 1 is very much the line to take, because you get such a speed boost then down this next straight. You'll gain all the way down here, all the way to the final corner. So yeah, very much take the high line. Anyone who takes the inside line, it's a dangerous line to take because it's very easy to cut up the people on exit who are on the outside and smash them into the wall. As we go 3 abreast on this first lap coming out of the final corner, gets squashed in between our teammate and Sam Dimolo. Look at the radar. If anyone wants to play a drinking game, by the way, feel free to drink every time you hear the word radar, because you will be paraplectic by the time you get to the end of this video. So going into turn 1 then, on lap 2, we want to work together with Trev. So me and Trev, we form Team Purple Sector, and yeah, want to work together with him here. Want to get to the front. Ideally, the two of us will be sort of in the top 2, top 3, top 4. And yeah, trying to catch up this lead pack that have broken away here at the start. I've got a load of cars, a whole swarm of cars right behind me. I'm trying to not be distracted by them, trying to just take the normal racing line, trying to stay within 0.75 seconds of my teammate, because that is the slipstream range in Gran Turismo, and trying to just ignore those people. We've actually managed to ditch them out of that final corner. Got a really good exit there by taking the racing line. So starting lap 3, we've got cars 3 abreast in front. God knows how many cars I've got right behind me, but we won't think about those. Take the high line through turn 1, and as you'll see, compare my speed to Cal's speed in front. I've got so much more speed than him, so much more momentum. I've got good run on them here. What position can I get up to here as we go around the outside of Callum and Super GT? We're in the slipstream of Roswell for the time being. Dart off to the right, trying to avoid any carnage. I can see the cars are 2 abreast, which is why I'm up high here, trying to avoid being squashed into any walls. And then go through this final corner. I'm on the back bumper of my teammate. We've managed to work our way up to, well, P4 and temporarily P6, getting a good run out of this corner. Like I say, taking that high line is often a good idea because you can get a speed boost, and we're now into 2nd and 3rd with Nathan in the lead, the championship leader. So this is very much gone to plan, and me and Trevor, remember, we started in 5th and 9th, and now we're up to 2nd and 3rd as we're 3 abreast at that moment in time. That is scary when you see your radar and you see you've got 2 people on your inside. You're just waiting to be squashed into the wall, but fortunately everyone was very much aware of their surroundings and people left me space. So we're in 3rd place right now, got Ryan behind us. Can we break away? Can we work together as a 4 and pull away from the back behind? Like I said though in the Special Stage Route X clip, going through the corners is very difficult to stay together, as Ryan looks up our inside and almost squashes us into the wall. It's very, very difficult through certainly the first corner and the last corner. Very difficult to follow each other since you do need to lift off and brake for them. We've got Super GT now right behind us. Is he going to try going up our inside? I believe he is. Yes, he does. But he's taken the inside line, so he is going to get swamped on exit. As me, Nathan and Trevor, we take the high line, and goodbye Steve. That was a mistake. Not only is he not got past us, but he's actually now been overtaken. So he has lost places by going for the overtake there, which is why you should probably, certainly in the opening 10-15 minutes of this race, just try and stay in line basically. Try and push each other along. So coming into this final corner, we are literally on Trevor's back bumper, but we kind of make a bit of a mistake here. Trev runs a little bit wide on exit of that corner. I accidentally get up his inside and end up squashing him into the wall and firing myself off to the left. Let me tell you, that was a big snap of oversteer, and I was surprised to catch it. I had my wheel fully into the wrong direction there, trying to save that slide. I was surprised that I managed to hold it. So we're down to P11. That was at the end of the day, that was my mistake, getting on Trevor's inside when I didn't mean to, coming out of that final corner, but taking that high line, and look, we're back past half the people who just overtook us because they took the inside line and we've gone around the outside. So we're already up to 9th. We've got 8th place right next to us. We're in Martin's slipstream, and can we make any moves here? Can we do the repeat of what we did 2 laps ago, go around the outside of this corner and get past people? No, we cannot, but we can instead get the undercut. We get a nice little break there. We can get the undercut, but unfortunately we are blocked off on our exit by Tim Clark, so we can't really make the undercut work. As we start lap 7 here now, A lot of cars around us at this point in time. I'm starting to get a little bit scared. I mean, I'm in 10th place, less than 6/10 of the lead. So yeah, it's gonna go wrong at some point. You just know it is. As we take the high line, get the run on people. Super GT got squashed into the wall, I believe. So we all go flying past him. Goodbye, Steve. In the slipstream with Martin again now, up on the high line. Can we make it work again? Up to P7. Only 2.7 tenths off of the lead at this moment in time, with 14 minutes to go. Going round the outside of this final corner, we've got loads of cars on our inside and cars on our outside. Jesus, there is a lot of cars around me right now, a lot of cars on the radar. I think this is not going to end well. It's just a matter of time until someone gets killed. We've got 12 people within a second of one another as we head into this first corner, and yes, it didn't end well. Like I just said, it wasn't going to end well, and it didn't end well. As you can see, I'm headfirst in the wall at this moment in time, and well, my race is over. Pretty much my race is completely over, as we are now down in P13, and well, the inevitable happened. Just before I went into that corner, when I was driving, I shouted, "Oh my god, look at that radar." 5 seconds later, that happened. So yes, I very much did tempt fate there, and yeah, I died. So the rest of the race, to be honest, was rubbish. It was just me going around at the back. As we skip ahead to the final few laps, we did actually end up having a bit of a fight at the end. Me, Sam and Callum, we all were involved in separate incidents in that race. We ended up scrapping to not be last at the end of the race, and as we come up to the finish line with the checker flag waving, Sam pulls out of the slipstream, and is he going to get past? Is he going to get past? Yes, he is. So P13, unlucky for some, is where we finish. It says there we're a lap down. In reality we're not. That's just Gran Turismo being dumb. But yeah, finished in P13, so not a good result. But two things: A, it means that we start second for round 4 at the Red Bull Ring, and B, I have got some good footage to bring to you. So I did actually do some practice races a few days before this, and well, one of them ended quite well, so we're going to skip ahead to that now. So as we enter the final lap of this practice race, we're down in last place, we're in 5th. We're in the race with the 2 championship leaders, Nathan and Ryan, and we're also with our teammate Trevor and with Martin. So we're alongside with Martin right now on this final lap, just about managing to stay ahead of him here, or get ahead of him, as we are in the slipstream of our teammate Trev, pulling us along nicely. So you've got in the lead, you've got Nathan and you've got Ryan. Neither of them are in slipstream. You've got me and Trev getting an almighty run in their slipstream. We're going 4 abreast at this point. I'm going up the inside of all 4 of them into the final corner. Can I make this move stick? We're into the side of Nathan. We are 3 abreast on exits, trying to not squash each other into the wall. We're now on a run to the line. Who is going to win it? We're absolutely side by side as we come across the finish line. And I take the win. I take the win by 0.012 seconds. In what was an exhilarating finish, to be honest. It was a very good end to a very enjoyable 6 lap race. So yeah. Before I end the video though, we are going to have a little bit of a post-mortem of the proper race of round 3 and have a little bit of a look at what the hell actually happened. So we're on board with Sam at the moment as we come out of the final corner, coming up to the start finish line. We've got Sam in 7th place, you've got myself to the right and then Steve to the right of me. We are now coming up to turn 1, you've got Sam on the back bumper of Jack. Sam moves over to the right to get into my slipstream and tags Jack as we come into that first corner, sends Jack spearing off to the right into myself and Steve, and well, that was that. Complete accident. Sam obviously didn't mean to do it. He was trying to get in behind me, I believe, and yeah, sends Jack off into the wall, as you see here. Now, if you're of a nervous disposition or you are under the age of 21, then I would look away now, because you are going to see some real, not Peggy 18, some real Peggy 21 content now, as yes, have a little bit of look of an outboard camera shot here, as I am deep inside Super GT, as in fully inside him, in a very hardcore piece of film at the moment. This is yeah, should not be looking at this if you are a child. Some very deep stuff here, but guys, I hope you enjoyed that video today. Bit of a fun video. Didn't go to plan, but I mean, it's oval racing. What do you expect? It's going to be carnage. So I hope you enjoyed that. Like, subscribe, do all that stuff, and I will see you in the next video. Oh, the next video, by the way, it goes quite well. So look forward to that, and I'll see you all then. Goodbye.